electric Soul. Test drive yours today at Cars Plus. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it, and King's Restaurant, serving your local breakfast, lunch, and dinner favorites for over 45 years.
Ahead on Primetime, another executive order lifting additional restrictions. And we'll tell you about plans to recall retired police officers to augment the police force. Plus, the head of the National Guard Bureau stops on Guam. These stories and more right here, right now on Primetime.
Hafaday and good evening, everyone. Welcome to Primetime. I'm Tyler Matinani. Glad you could join us. Governor Lou Leon Guerrero says we're starting to turn the COVID corner and signs another executive order lifting additional restrictions.
I am going to be executing an executive order that would lift the limits on social gatherings for outdoors. I will also lift the requirement of government employees to show proof of vaccination and weekly testing, except for in our healthcare facilities.
The governor adds they are confident in lifting certain restrictions to balance their approach back to a safe sense of normalcy. She urges everyone to continue with the 3 W's. And Governor Lou has confirmed plans to hire police department retirees to reinforce the current force and allow more officers to get back on the streets. She met with about a dozen former officers this week to gauge their interest in returning to help with precinct operations. She said it's part of an effort to immediately increase police visibility in response to a rise in criminal activity.
What we wanted to do is use this as a temporary kind of bridge till the chief hires and recruits and retains his police officers. You can see that crime has increased. You've seen crime in the last 2-3 months, and people are not feeling safe in their homes.
She says the plan has not been finalized and DOA is working on the process for recruiting and filling the positions. The governor also says she does not require further budget authorization from the legislature. In Superior Court on Friday, Donovan Allen Chargaloff Ornelis appeared before Judge Alberto Tolentino for a further proceedings hearing. At this time, a second psychiatric opinion on Ornelis still needs to be conducted. According to our KUAM News files, in January of 2021, Ornelis beheaded 51-year-old Andrew Ray Castro in Santa Rita for allegedly placing his family in danger. Court documents state that Ornelis admitted he drove to Dededo and left Castro's head in an abandoned vehicle in the jungle. The charges include murder as a first-degree felony and aggravated assault as a second-degree felony, all carrying a special allegation of a deadly weapon in the commission of a felony. His next hearing will be on April 4th. In Superior Court on Friday, Dr. Abner Pasatiempo appeared before Judge Alberto Tolentino for a further proceedings hearing. Pasatiempo is a former Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center psychiatrist who allegedly harassed 7 of his patients during therapy sessions. During the hearing, his attorney, Curtis Vandeveld, raised an issue regarding the discovery. The court will issue out an amended trial scheduling order and witness list. The abuse started with a game of hide and seek. 18-year-old Joshua Valencia was arrested after officers from the Guam Police Department received a complaint from the victim's school. The victim, now 12 years old, alleged that Valencia first assaulted her when she was just 8 years old when he digitally penetrated her during a game of hide and seek. Court documents further allege that the victim's parents were aware of the incident but failed to report it to authorities. They further state that he had sex with the victim on more than one occasion. He was charged with 4 counts of first-degree criminal sexual conduct and 2 counts of second-degree criminal sexual conduct. He said he'd do it again, and so far, the man accused in a series of public school break-ins is being charged with separate incidents at a single school. 31-year-old Stan Matthew Recalde was arrested on Wednesday and charged with 4 counts of burglary as a second-degree felony and 4 counts of theft as petty misdemeanors. During an interview with police, Recalde said he first broke into the Dededo school on Valentine's Day this year, committing the crime for basic necessities like food, water, pots, and pans. He also allegedly said he felt like he was being set up because they put cameras inside the classrooms, and those cameras weren't there before. When he was told he was being arrested for the break-ins, he allegedly said, quote, "It doesn't matter. I'll go back to the school and do it again." Recalde also allegedly told police he had broken into Weddingale Elementary School, also in Dededo, taking food. It was a gas leak that left Oriental Kitchen in shambles. However, Guam Fire Department investigators say that the classification of the fire/explosion remains undetermined because the exact ignition source could not be determined. Manila residents were awakened by the blast shortly before midnight on February 24th. The force was so strong it was felt from across the street and shattered a window and damaged a door of a home next door. A wooden barrier has since been constructed around the building in order to protect residents. The chief of the National Guard was on Guam this week for a brief visit with local troops. According to a Guard news release, General Daniel Hokanson took part in an enlistment ceremony, attended a prayer breakfast, and took a helicopter to visit Guard members stationed at the THAAD missile defense site at Anderson. He praised the local troops, telling them in a speech that, quote, "Everywhere I go, people talk about how good you are. People are impressed that when you go somewhere and do your job, you make it better than you found it." General Hokanson also met briefly with Adjutant General Esther Agigi and Governor Leon Guerrero.
And to provide inspirational remarks to encourage and continue the strength of our Guard. And I felt very, really honored and very excited about his visit. I think it says something about our people. It says something about how we are seen in the important scheme of national security in this part of the world.
This was General Hokanson's first visit to Guam. He also visited with troops in Hawaii. He is a 4-star Army general and the 29th Chief of the National Guard. The Department of Land Management is seeking to team up with GWA in its legal dispute with Cortec International over the ownership of the land where the Northern Wastewater Treatment Plant is located. The Attorney General has filed a joinder motion with the Guam Supreme Court asking that DLM and GWA be united in a single claim. According to a news release, GWA legal counsel Therese Reyes is asking the Superior Court to stay all proceedings in the case until the High Court makes its decision. GWA maintains that Cortec has never owned the lot and that since 1980, the land has been used for specific public benefit as a wastewater treatment plant. But the company counters that it bought the property from a former landowner and is seeking payment for GWA's use of it. Both sides have filed multiple court motions in the complicated case, which involves the larger issue of the transfer of excess federal land to Gov Guam and the subsequent returns to original landowners. In just a week, Guam gas prices have shot up by 60 cents. KUAM's Isaiah Uggin spoke with a local business and some island residents whose pocketbooks are feeling the hit of spiking gas prices. Here's the story.
Exploding gas prices can be seen hurting citizens and businesses across the nation, including Guam. Christina Cruz is the manager at Shut Up and Fish Guam.
It's definitely affected us, and that's the reason why we had to immediately increase our charter rates.
Rising gas prices nationwide are being attributed to Russia's invasion of Ukraine.
We can't survive at that. We have, all of our employees, including ourselves, we have families, and it's just really hard to sustain at the rate we were at.
The island has seen the prices at the pump leap by $1.26 since the start of the year.
It's hard to the people to the higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of for the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a high increase.
I see. And how does it make you feel with prices increasing?
Yeah, it's so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
The income, that's low.
The price of regular gas on the island is now $5.99 a gallon as of Wednesday. With the increasing gas prices, Yoli Mary of Manilao says her wallet is already feeling the hit.
It really affects our household budget because, it's a rush, high price.
The U.S. mainland as well as Guam can continue expecting to see the surging gas prices as Russia continues to attack Ukraine.
We can't do anything about it. We just have to adjust, and maybe we can just be with another car, just drop by and fetch up in after work.
Reporting for KUAM News, Guahusi Isaiah Uggan.
As the brutal Russian invasion of Ukraine continues to shake the world, there's growing concern over regional stability in the Asia-Pacific as U.S. senators pressed military officials on the threat of China and North Korea. Tomas Manglonia reports.
With eyes on Ukraine's fight against Russia, the battle cage in the Indo-Pacific region is rattling.
The most likely flashpoint that could turn our competition with China into a conflict is Taiwan. If China is the pacing threat for the Defense Department, Taiwan is the pacing scenario.
Senators sharpening focus on the Indo-Pacific at an Armed Services Committee meeting Friday morning. Admiral John Aquilino, at the helm of the U.S. Indo-Pacific Command, spoke about his recent visit to Saipan, Tinian, Palau, and Guam.
Absolutely. The ability to defend the homeland of Guam as well as the military forces that operate there. What I would say, though, is the relationship we have with the South Koreans and the Japanese is critical. General Akamura and I synchronize with General Wan and General Yamazaki every time there's one of these launches. And if you just recently read, we've increased the readiness level on both the peninsula and in support of the defense of Japan today.
The heightened readiness comes as the Compact of Free Association negotiations are set to take place over the next 2 years. He says it's critical to their deterrence, while North Korea test launches 10 ballistic missiles so far this year.
Under that threat, Senator, the threat is real, and it appears that he's trying to develop capabilities to defeat our systems and threaten the peninsula and threaten regional stability.
Tomas Manglotnia for KUAM News.
It's been in the works practically for the entire duration of the pandemic, but come Monday, KUAM News will have an updated look and launch an additional broadcast and live stream program as well. Thanks to the design and construction of M80 systems, the KUAM News studios are receiving a much-needed upgrade. Behind the scenes, funded in part by a Google News Innovation Grant, we're migrating our workflow to a new upgraded system from Ross Video, Live View, and renovated control room constructed by FMS Construction. We hope you'll join us right here on Primetime on our new noon show, KUAM News Hotspot, airing on KUAM TV and streaming and on demand on our digital platforms. Still to come, your news leader, a Tamuning hotel is sold to a Japanese company, and over in the CNMI talks over gas vouchers. These stories and more when KUAM News returns.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotions, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now.
Don't need a work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa. You can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo Insurance. Count on us for life.
Beautiful.
It is, right, baby?
Dad, isn't that where we usually stop for gas?
That's That's where we used to stop, but not anymore.
But isn't that the place with the milkshakes?
Okay, all right, let's go.
Good job, kids.
Take your adventure further in the first ever Santa Fe Hybrid.
What's up on our KUAM News WhatsApp tip line at 671-727-0094. Share information about what's happening in your town, on Guam or the CNMI, and what you want us to know. Reach us on WhatsApp at 671-727-0094.
Welcome back. The Guam Onward Beach Hotel has been sold to a Japanese luxury hotel operator known as Hoshino Resorts. That's according to an article in Japan's Nikkei newspaper, which reported that the property sold for 8.5 billion yen, or about $73 million in stock shares and receivables. Onward, which opened the 428-room hotel on Agania Bay in 1992, cited the impact of the coronavirus pandemic for the sale. Onward will continue to operate 2 golf courses on Guam, the Mangilao Golf Course and the Talafofo Golf Resort. Meanwhile, according to its website, Hoshino Resorts is a closely held family-run business established in 1914. It says its focus is on a high level of Japanese-style hospitality and operates more than 40 luxury resorts both in and outside of Japan. GVB President Carl Gutierrez issued the following statement, quote, "We admire the bushiness of Hoshino Resorts and welcome their decision to invest in our island, especially during a time like this. We look forward to working with them further to reinvigorate Destination Guam." Over in the NMI, the House has proposed a new local stimulus and a senator wants to issue gas vouchers. But the governor might have different plans as residents feel the pain in their pockets. Tomas Manglona reports.
CNMI Governor Ralph Torres shared little about a new stimulus, but he says it's on the way.
Yes, they should be expecting additional assistance.
While everyone wants a slice of the pie, there may be many chefs in the kitchen. Representative Tina Sablon wrote a House joint resolution to issue a local stimulus that pays each resident and their dependent $500. However, the Senate has not taken any action. Meanwhile, Senator Edith Deveon Guerrero wants to see a one-time $500 gas voucher. The Senate body ignored the proposal. Previously, the governor approved a portion of the American Rescue Plan Act funds for premium pay for government frontliners in the COVID-19 response.
Gas voucher is the same, right? If I give you a stimulus, you decide where to spend it. Gas are those that have vehicles. If I was to give just gas vouchers, what happens to those that don't have vehicles? So if I give out the same stimulus that I did, whether you have vehicles or not, you're able to provide for your family. So again, it may not be a gas voucher, but it'll be definitely more fair to everybody that lives in the CNMI.
It comes as the legislature is deadlocked over how to pay out the $500 bonuses that the governor wants to give retirees.
Hoping to do more, right? I mean, at the end of the day, the more we give to our community, the better it is. I don't want to say a number and then later on, we don't meet that number.
The governor says they're awaiting an audit report in April to crunch the numbers.
The Guam Community College and Guam Police Department's Forensics Lab will help with the DNA analysis on the island. The decade-long project is almost complete. GCC President Dr. Mary Okada provided a progress report during this afternoon's board meeting.
Starting off with the Forensic Lab, the Forensic Lab is currently at 96.62% complete, so we're almost there. The substantial completion is pending. They need to complete the fire alarm system because part of the substantial completion is the GFD inspection, so we're almost done in that regard.
As KUAM News reported, the lab will be located in the back, while the teaching facility will have classrooms in the front. GPD and GCC broke ground for the new lab in October 2019. It is funded by a grant from the Department of Interior, and the facility will be furnished with federal funds from the Leon Guerrero Tenorio administration. GPD currently works with either the NCIS or FBI for help with DNA analysis. 59-year-old Anthony Ignacio was arrested for starting fires. On February 19th, Department of Agriculture Law Enforcement Section Conservation officers picked up Ignacio after Guam Police Department dispatch received information from an anonymous caller who reported seeing a grass fire next to Our Lady of Peace Cemetery and an individual wearing camouflage driving a black truck on the trail. Conservation officers pulled over a vehicle matching the description, and Ignacio, the operator of the vehicle, confessed to starting the fires near the cemetery. Stay tuned. Up next, Dave Delgado with your roundup of local sports.
We all start somewhere. We start with the day. We start with him. We start with family. We start with a lesson. And the perfect wave. We start here and here. We start at your office and your home. We start with the connections that matter the most, the ones that move us, change us, inspire us. In an ever-expanding world, personal connections are what tie everything together, what ties us together. We all start somewhere. At GTA, we start with you.
Mobile offers a new and convenient way to fuel your vehicle. Pay gas and go. No need to line up inside the store. Press preset. Enter whole dollar amount without decimals. Press loyalty ID and enter your mobile number or insert Smiles card. Insert and remove payment card or tap contactless credit card. Begin fueling. And don't forget to grab your receipt. Pay gas and go. It's that easy.
KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
Local surfer Irie Fitzgerald, living out in Hawaii, continuing to pursue your surfing dreams. Big news, being recently featured by Red Bull, catching big waves.
I feel like I've hit a large milestone, and I'm just still shocked and still trying to take it in. The fact that it was posted on their Instagram and also as an article is just insane to me.
Talk about the transition to big wave riding and what it feels like catching a 15-foot plus wave.
I definitely did a lot of training, such as breath hold training and working out my legs so I'm stronger with popping up and holding myself on such a heavy wave. It was like just a long roller coaster down, and you just got to stick it and just hold it. You're looking at the waves and you're just like, oh my God, it's so big. But in reality, it's very doable, and it's just a mindset, and I've definitely had to work on that. But thanks to Waves in Hawaii and like this big women's big surf community here, they've like taught me so much, and it definitely made it more comfortable to go in the water with other females that are passionate about big wave surfing.
The McDonald's All-Island Games, hosted by Clutch Guam, is scheduled for tomorrow at the UOG Calvo Fieldhouse. There will be a rookie sophomore challenge, skills challenge, three-point shootout, along with the premier All-Star game.
We're just so happy that, number one, we can promote youth sports. Number two, we can bring them all together and let them have a best of the best All-Island Games. And number three is just to provide an event where everybody can come out and have fun.
So we'll have a few contests, give out some prizes and awards, and the families being there to see them achieve this accomplishment will really be exciting to see.
Ticket sales are available at guamtime.net. You could just click on the McDonald's All-Island Games link. Unfortunately, right now we are only selling tickets online to keep the capacity going. But in case we don't sell out, tickets will be available at the door, and we'll send you guys a heads up via social media.
FD, Harvest, St. Paul, and ND will be competing in the upcoming inaugural IIHG bowling season. Bowling almost made its way into interscholastic sports in 2020, but then COVID hit, canceling their season.
Scholarships are very popular in the United States, and of course from Guam, I feel that we do have talent here. If we can develop that and through these leagues, start them out here in these leagues, develop them, get kids into scholarship programs in the States so they can compete in sports and also get an education out of this. And you know, eventually we might have a player that goes pro one day.
I've been waiting for this day ever since I was a freshman, but then the pandemic had to hit, so I had to skip my sophomore year, and finally I'm here on the lanes with these good upcoming bowlers, and I just can't wait to hit the lanes with them.
Secretaries General of the Oceania National Olympic Committee are set to visit the CNMI in honor of the first ever Northern Marianas Pacific Mini Games 2022 on Saturday, March 12th. Delegates attending will include ONOC members from the Cook Islands, Fiji, the Federated States of Micronesia, Guam, Nauru, Palau, Papua New Guinea, members of the Guam National Olympic Committee, and members from the Oceania Regional Anti-Doping Organization. Let's get some buckets now. Academy's Coco Paulino hits the corner three off the Mia Titano screen. Mia Titano put up a game-high 14 points in the national championship game for the Cougars, who beat out JFK for the title. St. Paul was getting buckets in the boys' national championship game. Jacob Miranda hit for 11 points. Teammate EJ Cruz put up a dime. Miranda with the assist to Cruz. Xander Sanchez led the Warriors to the national title, scoring 16 points, getting buckets. Don't forget to send us your best shots. DM our KUAM News on Instagram or hit me up at sho@kuam.com.
KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
Need a new phone? Trade in now and get up to $500 off our best 5G devices. Trade in your older phone in any condition and step up to better savings and speeds only our 5G network can provide. Check out our website and catch up on the best mobile experience. Trade in now. Docomo Pacific. Better together.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Welcome back. We wrap up the show with your birthday shout-outs. Here's Jason Salas.
March 11th is a great day to have a birthday, so happy birthday if today is yours, and we particularly celebrate Angel R. Crisostomo. Happy birthday, Papa, from all of your grandkids. Happy birthday to you, sir. And Aiden Jacob Manabusan celebrates birthday number 9 this year. Aiden Jacob's nickname is Boom, and your family loves you to infinity and beyond. The Manabusan and Cruz familias are extremely proud of you. So, Mr. Angel and Mr. Aiden, we celebrate the both of you and we wish you both the happiest of birthdays.
You can be part of our Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by checking out KUAM.com. And it's that time of the week where we announce the winner of a Cold Stone Creamery cake.
Congratulations and happy extended birthday, John P. Castro. You are the new owner of a Cold Stone Creamery ice cream cake. We'll be in touch to let you know when you can pick up your prize. John was born, of course, on March the 7th, and we're happy to bring him an extended birthday gift.
Congratulations, John. And that's our show. Thank you. And please stay safe, Guam.